Hey, I'm Din Tai. I'm the writer-director of the award-winning Monday. I don't think there is a very obvious moment where I fell in love with filmmaking. I do recall being with my friends after high school, and they were playing music. They were in a band, and we smoked a lot of marijuana together. And we watched a lot of movies together, and at some point I lied to myself and I said, you can do this. And so, you know, a culmination of being stoned and watching a lot of movies, I guess I tricked myself into thinking that I can do this as well. Monday is about an Asian American hustler, a small-time hustler, who sort of navigates through these different cliques, and he adjusts himself so that he can get what he wants from these people. The reason why I wrote this was because I thought it would be funny and entertaining to see this type of interaction, and it reflects my childhood and my current social interactions. I feel like many of us are always changing ourselves, adapting to certain situations. Kwan's character represents many people in this world. They may not know it, you know, people may not recognize what they do, but I think people can relate to it. I was born in Vietnam. In 1975, it was near the end of the Vietnam War, if not the end of the Vietnam War. And so our family escaped, and we found refuge in France. And my parents worked multiple jobs just to keep us alive. We lived in a 2-bedroom apartment, 8 of us, and then eventually my aunt and my uncle moved in as well. So there were 10 of us. But luckily, my uncle, who lived in America at the time, sponsored us to come over. I look like I belong in Star Trek. Growing up in Los Angeles, I've been fortunate enough to see many different types of people, live with many different types of people, interact with many different types of people. And in Los Angeles, there's this sort of urban jungle, and then there's this suburbia, and then there's diversity and multicultural interactions. A lot of that pop culture has influenced what I like to make. I seem to like making stuff that feels very spontaneous, as if we just turned on the camera and we just started shooting and things are just moving the way it moves, as opposed to really staging it. So that's how I would describe my style. The editing it always feels fast. So the plan is to try to make Monday into a TV series. I would love to use the same actors, but you know how Hollywood does, they want to change everything. Asian lead, let's make him white. African American lead, let's make him white. Hispanic lead, let's make him white. How am I going to fight that? I don't know, we'll see. I can be a real jerk sometimes.